Hello, it's Jackie here from St Leonard's Reiki. I want to talk to you about fear today. It's been something that's been coming up a bit this week. I've been teaching and I've been teaching Reiki and I've been teaching the Reiki principles to a couple of people, and worry seems to be something that a lot of people seem to relate to. And it made me think, yeah, we do all worry way too much, don't we? We're always in the head. We're always thinking about what could have been, what we did wrong, what we wish we hadn't have done, and also thinking about the future and thinking that that's going to make things easier. So one lady said that she thinks that if she doesn't think about something, worry about something enough, it's going to, it's going, it. She needs to prepare herself in a way, and it won't work if she doesn't think of all the worst possibilities. But we know that that's twice the pain in a way, don't we? It's not healthy. It's not healthy, and it's not what we know. It's not the place we need to be. We need to be here in the present. We know that all the wise sages and gurus are teaching us that it's here we need to be. But it's here we need to be because this is the only place that exists. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. What's the point? The whole time we're in Tomorrowland, we're not here and we're missing out. So we've got to try and control this because it can get a little bit out of hand and it becomes our normal. So let's stop making it our normal. So we have to realize that the mind and the ego, they are constantly trying to take control. They love to be in control. They love us to be living in fear, and basically fear is why we worry, because we're trying to prepare ourselves for the eventuality that we don't want to happen, or what it was that we did do, and we're putting ourselves down with shame about that or guilt. It serves no purpose. We can't go back in time. So let's be here, and let's always try and be here. Basically, that is the goal. If you can be here now in the present, we generally are happy and healthy because we're in the present, because our mind isn't pulling us down. So you might not even know that this is a problem for you. You might not even know, but do you know how you do know? Because your body tells you. So you could be just busy in your day and you'll feel it. You'll feel your body talking to you. It'll be yelling at you. It'll be tense, shoulders up, knots, aches. Yeah, and instead of just shrugging it off, just think for a moment. Oh, where's that leg? Where's that knee doing that funny thing? What? Where's my knee gone? Why? Just ask yourself why. First of all, noticing is fantastic. Yes, we actually notice the body got our attention, because normally we don't, do we? We just carry on until it makes us sit down. But yeah, noticing and then just thinking, oh, okay. I wonder why that's doing that. That's because I'm all stressed about that thing that someone said to me, or that comment that person said to me last week, and it's still there, and something's just reminded me about it, or that I don't feel good about this thing that I've got to do tomorrow. Yeah. So it's when you're whirring around thinking, you don't realize it, but your body starts contracting, your body starts getting its knickers in a twist. So you're going into fear. You're moving into a place of fear, and fear is not good. Yeah, fear is not good. If we live in that place of fear every day, all day, then we are going to be very unhealthy. We're going to be in a place of unease, a place of dis-ease, which will manifest in disease. So notice when your body tells you, because that's the clue, that's the nugget. It's the little cramp, it's the little yell. And remember, fear Fear is an emotion, an energy place you do not want to be in. So when you recognize that, you've got to get yourself out of it, and we can easily do that ourselves, because fear is the mind, and it's the ego, which is in your stomach, and it's just taking control, and that's what it loves doing, and that's where it wants you all the time. So it's almost like your body's working against you, but actually it's not. It's trying to keep you alive. So it's actually doing the best job in the world, because your body's always trying to protect you, but it's doing a job that we kind of don't need it to do anymore. It's almost like the appendix, it's there, it was serving a purpose, but it's kind of like, yeah, not really needed much anymore. So in a long time ago, we were probably constantly always trying to survive, not starve to death, not be eaten by an animal, or another tribe coming along and taking out our whole village. But not so anymore. Most of us are not fighting for our life daily. So but the body doesn't know this. The ego and the mind don't know this. They're still programmed to do that for you every day. They're still in that program. So you just need to be aware of this, and to take charge. It's just like you've got a small child that's being a bit naughty. Yeah. So you've got to be the parent. And when I say you, I mean your essence, your heart center. That the core, the stillness, that place where you go to and it's blissful, when you're gardening or sewing or creating something, a masterpiece, playing music, when you're expressing yourself, when you're being creative, that's usually because you've turned this off, because we can't generally do something really creative whilst we're thinking or worrying. So that's why we love our hobbies and our pastimes, and we all do love our time off, because generally we find ourselves in that place doing whatever it is we love doing. And the ultimate would be to find a job where you love doing what you're doing. So how do we do that? How do we get into that place? Well, if we can't just go and play the music more often and do the gardening more often, and we find ourselves at work or something, and I can feel that tenseness, we just come to the breath in any moment. So we can do this when we're out shopping or whatever. We just come here. This is our heart center, our heart chakra. It's where we breathe. Our lungs are here. So we're breathing all the time, aren't we? We're in bed at night and we're just breathing and we don't know it. But the beauty of our body is it gives us a time to take over and take charge, like I said about being the parent. So this is what you've got to do in these moments where you're feeling fear. And when I say fear, I mean worry, anxious. You're not in that balanced state. You're feeling quite twitchy and stressed, or your body's just telling you it's not good. You need a timeout, but you don't know how to do that. You don't know how to quieten it because it's gone crazy now and you've gone down this road. So we just come to the breath and we take a big breath in. And we feel that for a moment, hold for a moment and just feel that control. And then breathe out. And just let your body relax in that breath out. And let go of the comment, of the silly thing that you're worrying about. And we do that as much as we can. So like 3-5 times. Breathing in that control, the parental control in the heart, coming here, taking control. I've got this. And letting go. And then when you feel that you've changed, you're kind of doing this, it presses the pause button. So when you've changed the energy, you can feel it straight away. It's like you've got off the horse, you've paused it, okay. You say something, you say something to tell the mind, to tell the ego, I've got this. Yeah, I've got this. It's okay. I'm taking over now. Everything's fine. So any words you're affirming. So you could call it an affirmation. You could write an affirmation, and you could keep repeating that in your mind. Maybe this is something you need to keep in your purse or your wallet and keep looking at. And in any moment you can, oh, that's what I need to say. So if you don't know what she's talking about, just think how you would speak to a child. How would you, if you saw a child, or if you were talking to your little one and they fell over, or they were worried about something at school, you'd say, come on, it's okay, I've got this. Come to me, let's sort this out. We've got this. Everything's fine. We can sort this out. Let's work out what to do. Let everything's fine. You're all right. You know, it's that sort of thing. You're okay. It's all okay. So that's what we're doing, you know, and it sounds easy, and it is easy. Everything is simple. It's just whether we actually do these things, because, you know, that's the gold dust. It's actually doing this stuff. And you know what? You have to do it all the time. So you can do it one day, but that's not enough. You have to do it the next day and the next day, and eventually it becomes second nature, you know, and you'll find that you're in that nice, that centered, that balance, that heart space more than you are up here. And when you're up here, you know, oh God, I've gone off on one. I'm back in worrying and doing my old program. Right, let's get back on track again. And you can change it in an instant. So it's just having these little knowings, these little tools that really help us, isn't it? Because anxiety is not good, and it can really pull you down. And I meet so many people in my work that really struggling with something that's eating them up, and they can't let it go. So even if there is a really big problem going on, because you know, life's like that, isn't it? We have stuff that happens, and you can't shrug it off. But just give yourself a break. Give yourself a break from it, and work hard at giving yourself space to have a time out and allow your body to relax, because otherwise you're going to get ill. You know, you really are. That's why we get ill, is because we don't listen to our bodies. So the other reason that you need to do this is because actually giving yourself the time out gives yourself a break from trying to work things out. And actually, in trying to work things out, is really, really, that isn't usually the place where the magic happens and the answers come. The answers usually come when you're in the shower, or when you're on the bus and you're just daydreaming, or, you know, when you're just listening to a tune on the radio whilst you're making the dinner. And, you know, you might have spent days trying to work something out, and it's like, oh my God, I suddenly know what to do. I know exactly what to say to him. I know exactly what to do. And the reason this happens is because you were in that space. You allowed yourself that moment while you were cooking the dinner or having a shower. You allowed yourself the space from the mind. You were in the heart. You did it without even realizing. So that is why it's not just to give you a time out and to go to a place that feels happier and your body's happier. It's because you'll actually find your answers there. This is where the answers all lie. The answers are all here within us. But when we're all tight and constricted and, you know, trying to take control, and feeling that everything is a problem, and what are we going to do about this? Right, we need to sort this out. Actually, no, we don't, because sometimes the best thing to do, and most of the time, is just to allow the flow and just step back, and then actually you'll probably just know what to do. We don't need to force it always. We don't need to force it. So I think that's what I wanted to say. I just wanted to talk about this worry that seems to plague us all, and if we can come to the breath and release it and actually notice that we're worrying. That's the key. Notice it, come to the breath, take some breaths, and allow ourselves to come to that heart space and just stay there for a bit. Just stay there for a bit. Imagine it opening and just filling up with energy. Beautiful. Okay, I hope that helps. Please use it. Please try. Don't be in the worry. Be in the love. Yeah, away from fear. The opposite place to fear is love. Okay, I will see you again next week. Love to you. Take care.